Well, good evening. Welcome to the DBS Sports. I am Kenson Casper. We begin tonight with netball. Team St. Lucia, they continued their winning streak in the Under-23 OECS netball tournament over in St. Kitts with a convincing 42-14 victory against Antigua and Barbuda. Now scoring for St. Lucia, Odesha Eugene, 18 from 26 attempts. Ayana Hippolyte, 12 from 22 attempts. Evelyn Lenore, 10 from 20 attempts, and Kamala Mangal 2 from 6 attempts. Well, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, they also continued their unbeaten run with a 43-17 victory over Dominica. Well, St. Kitts plays St. Lucia on Wednesday in what promises to be an interesting clash. Well, the St. Lucia Basketball Federation held a press conference on Wednesday, July 4th, 2018 at the Department of Youth Development and Sports conference room. Well, the purpose of this media conference was to discuss the ongoing senior men's and national basketball program and the performance at the recently concluded FIBA America tournament. Well, St. Lucia was not successful in any of their matchups in this event. Coach Sutton addressed some of the issues.
It is my wish that we find the funds somehow to keep the guys together, put them through the paces. Ron mentioned it earlier. There's a lot of little details that made us not successful in you know how everybody has categorized success as a win. There's a lot of little details, so we have to work on those details. You know, we have to become a team that takes going to the gym seriously, and that costs money. It should probably at this point come out of the players' pocket because it's their personal development, but on a national level it's something that we really have to look into, getting a gym program or a facility that we can work out of. That's one very important area, you know, being able to practice indoors as opposed to practicing outdoors.
Well, this was St. Lucia's first ever appearance at an international FIBA sanctioned tournament. Ron Dumerville spoke to the experience of the team in this competition.
Basketball is not a verbal sport. Getting ready for these type of events is not verbal. You really have to put in the work and be dedicated about it, and your commitment is supposed to be at a level where it's unmatched. These guys we went up against were literally semi-pros and professionals, and we actually held our own up until. Skills-wise, we were right there. IQ-wise, we were right there. It's just the tangible details like our free throws, our turnovers, and our mindset, mentality towards the end, and our physical nature in the sense of us being banged up and having response or having the enough strength to probably stand up.
The panel also discussed the way forward with the national team program. Laura John was also part of the technical team.
It was very well organized. We had technical meetings prior to the commencement of the actual games, which basically laid out everything in terms of making sure that we had our uniforms, everything was appropriate to our roster, just all of the logistics, our training schedules. I mean, all of these things were already organized. In addition to that, we had liaison officers. So each country had a liaison officer who assisted with all of the logistics on the ground and ensured that the teams had what they needed. Going in, we wanted to take advantage of having arrived early. So even scheduling, you know, unplanned training sessions, they facilitated that for us. So I have really no complaints in terms of how we were treated. In fact, their hospitality was quite commendable, and they went above and beyond, especially our liaison officer, in really assisting and making sure that we had everything that we needed.
Well, the head table included Velika, Laura John, assistant coach Raphael Damon, team captain Ron Dumerville, and head coach John Sutton. Well, Grosley were the hungrier of the two teams on the night. So says the coach of Vieux Fort South, Emmanuel Bellas. A team from up north defeated Vieux Fort South 2-1 on Monday night as action in the Coca-Cola Island Cup continued at the Marshall grounds. Grosley went on top early in this encounter thanks to a goal from Nicholas Taliban Lawrence in the first half of play. Later on, prolific striker Troy Greenidge, he would find the back of the net for Grosley as the team went into the dressing room 2-0 up. Playing primarily with its B team, Vieux Fort came back fighting in the second half. Jamil Joseph found the back of the net to put his team within 1. Despite going down to 10 men, Grosley held on to win that encounter 2-1. The second match of the evening, the informer Marsha, they defeated Monrepo 4-0 to secure their spot in the semi-final of the competition. So, the remaining teams in this year's Coca-Cola Island Cup include the Mabia Valley, Vieux Fort South, Grosley, and Marsha. Wow, who will it be? Well, we take a break, but when we come back, we have some profiles from Windward Island Games. Well, Alzari Joseph has been called into West Indies' 13-man squad for the second and final test with Bangladesh. Akima Roach is absent because of a hamstring. Welcome back to the DBS Sports. The Windies, they bowled out Bangladesh out for 43, the lowest test total, the first innings en route to a commanding victory in the first test in Antigua last week. Roach taking 5 for 8 to skittle the tourists. He did not bowl in the second innings as the Windies clinched the win by an innings and 219 runs. Roach will not feature in the second test in Kingston, which starts on Thursday, as 21-year-old fast bowler Joseph will take his place in the squad. Joseph has 6 test caps to his name, taking 15 wickets at an average of 38.86. He took 4 for 53 for a West Indies cricket board 11 against Bangladesh before the start of the series. So, the West Indies squad reads Devendra Bishu, Craig Brathwaite, Roston Chase, Miguel Cummins, Shane Darwich, Shannon Gabriel, Shimron Hetmeyer, Jason Holder as captain, Alzari Joseph, Shea Hope, Kimo Paul, Kieran Powell, and Devon Smith. Well, the Ministry of Education held a press launch on Tuesday, July 10, 2018, of the Kids Physical Education curriculum. The curriculum will seek to develop St. Lucia's next generation of sporting athletes from as early as possible. The launch of the K to Grade 6 Physical Education curriculum was held at the NSDC Castries from 10 a.m. Well, the St. Lucia Cricket Umpires and Scorers Association, they will be holding training sessions starting this week in preparation for examination scheduled for the remainder of the year, leading to certification at all levels. Now, members will be preparing for local written examinations, Windward Island's written examinations, and the West Indies written and oral examinations. The training will be held at the Minder Phillip Park on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at 4 p.m. onwards, and in the south at the PI Secondary School on Mondays and Wednesdays. All young umpires, particularly recent members who have emerged from secondary schools, are being urged to attend these important sessions. Now, Malika Destang will be expected to feature prominently for Team St. Lucia at the 2018 Windward Island School Games. The 5'7", 16-year-old young lady currently attends the St. Joseph's Convent. The multi-talented member of the SJC Blue Egrets will feature in both the track and field and netball components of the competition. Destang has a personal best of 1.55 meters in the ladies' high jump as she won both the inter-schools title and the national juniors title. This national under-16 netballer plays primarily on the wing attack. Well, now Aliyah Estefor is also a 16-year-old born December 28, 2001. Estefor is expected to participate in the long jump, the 400 meters and the 200 meters event. Also multi-talented, Estefor will feature in the netball event for Team St. Lucia. She's the current national junior champion in long jump, and she represented St. Lucia in netball at both the 2017 OECS Under-23 Netball Championships and the OECS Under-23 Netball Championships currently ongoing in St. Kitts. Wow, talk about talent. Well, finally, Real Madrid forward Cristiano Ronaldo is set to be confirmed as Juventus player, possibly in a matter of hours. It is understood an agreement has been reached between the two clubs that will see the 33-year-old Portuguese end a 10-year stay at the Bernabeu. Ronaldo has won 4 Champions Leagues with Real Madrid, but had a mixed relationship with club president Florentino Perez. He is now set to be unveiled as Juventus' record signing, eclipsing the £75.3 million they paid for Gonzalo Higuain. Wow. Well, we'll discuss the developments in the World Cup in tomorrow night's sportscast. As sports, let's take a look at your weather. The DBS News continues after the break.